Okay, so to recap part one, we made a little clamp rack, new clamp racks. We set up a planer, new planer stand, another cabinet with the old scrapwood from the previous cabinet to mount to our existing miter station, and a couple of little storage shelves for our routers and sanders and things like that. So now we're gonna start part two. Okay, so now we're gonna set up this second half of our miter saw station. It's like I said, it's a little less deep, but it's a little longer. So we kind of have the same space almost, but it definitely saves me more space in the shop since I wasn't using along this wall, but the floor space was really important for me. So we're going to be using the same MDF. We're going to set up a dado blade here, and we're just going to obviously we're going to unplug your saw for you. Whenever you mess with your blades, you always want to make sure your saw is unplugged. So we're going to set up this MDF with the track system for our stop block, and we also shimmed the cabinet with the base, and obviously you saw we lined up the saw with the new shelf that so everything was level as you saw the level earlier. So I'm just going to run this MDF through the table saw here, our track system, and then we're going to build. Really, this video is really going to consist of building a ton of drawers, and most of these drawers are going to be used with the same rails that are and slides really aren't that great. They're kind of beat up. They're old. They're junked up with sawdust. But I'm going to use them for now, just so I can get back to doing my jobs right now. And then I'll probably replace each drawer slide when I get new slides in, especially the bottom heavier slides to hold the track saw. So this video is really going to consist of building a ton of drawers. We're going to build at least 6 center drawers that are going to be smaller, less wide drawers, and then we're going to be building 2 bigger drawers up top, and then we're going to build these little flat type drawers for our Festool sustainers, because I like to keep those tools inside of the sustainers to protect them, since as we all know, these tools aren't cheap, and I do use them a lot, so I need to keep them protected as much as possible, but also accessible. So that's why we're going to build these flat slides, as you saw in the little preview here. So now we're just going to mount the top. It's MDF, so we don't have to worry about wood movement or anything like that. You can see the bottom of it is real junky. It's the original bottom of the old shelf, so we just cut that down and just flip it over. We're going to use the other side. We're going to sustain it with some blue stain I have that I use for the other job. And you can even see the old trim from the old cabinet. So like I said, this project is everything is recycled. We're reusing from the other cabinet, but also other wood laying around. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to be using the same rails and drawer slides, even some of the handles we're going to be using. So this furniture is not going to be beautiful looking. So if you're looking for fine furniture builds, you're really not going to get it here. Even like these drawers, we're going to be cutting these down, these wood pieces, to fit this depth and width. But we're going to have the same somewhat height, and we're going to be using the same even bottom slides for the bottom of the drawer. So we're going to try to keep this simple as possible, as fast as possible, but also as functional as possible. So let's go. We're going to start cutting these drawers up now. Okay, so now we're going to start installing our drawer slides here. Like I said, these are reused drawer slides from the other cabinet. Some work pretty well, some don't. So you'll see some are, they're all supposed to be soft closed. Some work, some don't, unfortunately. So it's just the way it is. So we're just going to kind of use a self-centered drill bit here on some of these. and just use a low voltage impact driver just to put the screws in. That way I don't have any tear out, split anything open, or over tighten it. So you, you don't have to do this way. You can just use like a more powerful impact driver. Like I do it at a certain point. I pull out the Milwaukee and just kind of use tapping screws. But it's just something to keep in mind. Like I said, we're going to install these drawer slides. Uh, I'm not a big fan of frameless doors and drawers. It definitely makes it harder to keep everything lined up and square. So we're kind of just going to be using spacers and going up the row here. It came out really good, but there is some imperfections. It's not 100% square like I would like some of these drawers, but they do all open and close and are all functional, and that's the idea of this. All right, so let's keep going. Quarter. Here I'm just going to be using the same oak drawer fronts that I had on the other cabinet. I just had to cut them down and just remill them up a little bit just to make them fit. I started to do the card trick, which is fine, and kind of just using a clamp and holding it in and screwing these face frames, or sorry, these drawer fronts in. But I didn't like the way it was lining up some of these fronts, so I eventually go back to the old trusty double-sided tape and front screw for your handle to hold them in, and then screw them in from the back with a countersink. So that's just keep that in mind. So we try to go up like this using just a shim, but it definitely didn't work as well until we start using a double-sided tape, because you start seeing some of these drawers as you start screwing them in start to move around a little bit, the front. So you want to keep everything as square as possible. So I had going back down the row, going back up and redoing them all for the most part. Because once one's off, the rest of them kind of go off because you use the bottom one as your template, and that's the problem with not having face frames on your cabinets. So in the future, I would try to use a face frame, even though there's so many drawers in this. It just would have been overkill, and also I would have lost more. I would have lost some real estate too with these drawers. So that's the reason why I didn't do a face frame on this. Okay, so now for this part, we're going to be doing some more drawers. We're going to be doing the sustainer drawers. These are going to be way thinner framed slides that are going to be sliding in and out. We're going to be using glue and brad nails and countersink screws to install these. Also, the other difference with these little drawers, since they're such small in diameter, we're going to be mounting the bottoms directly onto the bottom of the drawers themselves. We're not going to have that slide on groove. Just since that real estate, doesn't matter as much, since we're just going to be laying these sustainers in there, and we're going to be putting the drawer slides on the thinner diameter wood part, so that way we can pull in and out, slide them in and out, make them as strong as possible, but also make them as low profile as possible here, so we can get to the sustainers easily. And that's all we're doing here. We're just going to, I think we're going to be doing 5 or 6 of these. So there's a lot of drawers in this video. So let's keep proceeding on. So we have 17. Okay, so here we're going to build the drawers from scratch from the old plywood that we had, like I said, left over. The grain pattern's not perfect. It's kind of all over the place, different types of plywood, but it's all the same thickness. So what I like to do when I build drawers is like to cut the grooves in, 1/4 inch from the bottom, 1/4 inch deep, with the kerf of the blade of the table saw. Take the drawer pieces, put them flat down, upside down with the groove on facing up, and then I like to just use glue and brad nails and countersink screws to build the drawers, and then I would slide the backs in. As you see, we just cut the excess off since we don't need that groove, and just kind of keep them upside down and just kind of mount them on. Just nice and simple, nice and easy. Make sure we keep everything nice, straight, and square, which we're doing here. This is why I like to build drawers this way. I like to use box joints and pocket screws at times, but this is the quickest, easiest way to keep everything nice and square. So here we're going to install these nice drawers with these drawer slides. Another thing I like to do when I do drawer slides, another tip from me at least, and I'm sure other people do it, is especially when you use a frameless drawers, I like to use a level here, just to make sure my slides stay nice and straight and nice and level. So here we're going to do the last two drawer slides here. Last two drawers are going to be built. We're going to be using some old MDF for the drawer fronts. Here I'm going to make some handles, as you'll see in a couple seconds here, using some pine with a 45-degree angle cut on the table saw. So we're going to, like I said, mount these fronts, get everything nice and ready to go. So part 3, if I do another video, we're going to be doing some little drawer dividers, filling these drawers up, and I'm also might do new floor squares, new mats and everything, because the ones I have are kind of getting torn up, and some other little things for the shop we're going to be putting in, hopefully. And I may do a part 3, we'll see, depending on how much work I have. So we'll see. We're just going to finish these up. These came out pretty nice. I mean, it's not perfect. You see, like these are all scuffed up, old wood. But this, for me, this is about functionality and quickness to get this back up so I can start proceeding with my work. You know, I got jobs to do, so I can't spend too much time building the greatest shop. So this is it. Pretty much built. They came out nice, functional, and that's about it for this video. Stay tuned for part 3 if I do one. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.